The Book of the Damned, by Charles Hoyfort, Chapter 17e. Monthly Notices of the Royal Astronomical Society, Volume 8, page 132. Remarkable appearances during the total eclipse of the Moon on March 19, 1848. In an extract from a letter from Mr. Forster of Bruges, it is said that, according to the writer's observations at the time of the predicted total eclipse, the Moon shone with about 3 times the intensity of the mean illumination of an eclipsed lunar disk. That the British consul at Ghent, who did not know of the predicted eclipse, had written enquiring as to the blood-red color of the Moon. This is not very satisfactory to what used to be our malices. But there follows another letter from another astronomer, Watty, who had made observations at Clyst St. Lawrence, that, instead of an eclipse, the Moon became, as is printed in italics, most beautifully illuminated, rather tinged with a deep red, the Moon being as perfect with light as if there had been no eclipse whatever. I note that Chambers, in his work upon eclipses, gives Forster's letter in full, and not a mention of Watty's letter. There is no attempt in monthly notices to explain upon the notion of greater distance of the Moon, and the Earth's shadow falling short, which would make as much trouble for astronomers, if that were not foreseen, as no eclipse at all. Also there is no refuge in saying that virtually never, even in total eclipses, is the Moon totally dark, as perfect with light as if there had been no eclipse whatever. It is said that at the time there had been an aurora borealis, which might have caused the luminosity, without a datum that such an effect, by an aurora, had ever been observed upon the Moon. But single instances, so an observation by Scott, in the Antarctic. The force of this datum lies in my own acceptance, based upon especially looking up this point, that an eclipse 9/10 of totality has great effect, even though the sky be clouded.